Jon Cunningham is 1 year older, 1 inch taller. He weighs in 32 pounds lighter, but has a 3-inch advantage in the arms and a 2-inch advantage in the legs. Remember, all of these heavyweights fighting for a contract. Here's how it works. 4 fights, 4 winners. They get narrowed down to 2 finalists. Then our celebrity panel and you, the fans, weigh in. Our winner appears in the 2022 PFL season. Lauren says it's round number 1. Referee in the cage will be Marcos Perez to oversee the action. And that means we are ready here in week 6 of PFL Challenger Series.
You ready? Fight!
Kenny, Florian, no touch of the gloves, and we are underway.
Yeah, Buckley, a very aggressive fighter. Usually looks to stalk his opponent, but he's going against a guy in Jon Cunningham who likes to do the same. So, not sure how this one doesn't deliver. Nice splits there by Cunningham.
And then a push kick to follow it. You talked about the aggression from Daiqwon Buckley, and Jon Cunningham trying to put together some combinations early, but finds himself pressed against the cage by the former Temple University running back. Oh, nice head and arm from Jon Cunningham, and right into the mount.
Yeah, beautiful throw. Transitions right into the mount, and this is not a good position for Buckley, but he gets on top.
Explosive twist there from Daiqwon Buckley, and he is now in side control.
Uh-oh.
He takes the back of Jon Cunningham, at least temporarily.
Wow.
Goodness gracious.
How about that power? That's ridiculous.
Oh, and a jab from Daiqwon Buckley. Both of these individuals understanding the assignment early.
Man, unbelievable. Buckley doesn't do anything flashy, but he is consistent. He is very tough. He is very persistent. Cunningham, tremendous athlete, very explosive, very strong, as we saw just a few seconds ago.
If you had doubts about that, the way that he just casually stood up with a 265-pound backpack on.
Yeah, and it was just pure power. There was no technique to it. He just lifted him up with just pure strength. Amazing.
And you'll see that from some of the less experienced heavyweights. There's only 1 pro win on Cunningham's record as he slips.
Uh-oh.
Daiqwon Buckley landed a nice combination there, and he's in head outside on this single.
Cunningham working on a guillotine here. Might start to rip some knees there. He's going to the legs right now. Now trying to attack the neck again.
Can he finish this choke from here, Kenny, with Daiqwon Buckley's arm in?
No, he hasn't connected hands just yet. Difficult to get the arm in guillotine from the standing position. It looked like he was going to transition to that high elbow guillotine.
Oh, right hand from Daiqwon Buckley, and then a flurry of punches behind it. Oh, another right hand.
Man,
Cunningham has won
shots.
3 giant right hands. Tosses one back of his own. Randy Couture, a hot start in this heavyweight bout.
He picked him up like he was nothing. I was like, holy cow. The power, though, of Buckley has been impressive. He's landed big shot after big shot. I'm not sure what's keeping Cunningham standing at this point.
Well, his chin has been on display because a lot of what Buckley is throwing out there is landing right where it's intended, Kenny.
Yeah, Buckley's just been, more fundamentally sound with his punches. He's throwing straighter punches. He's not trying to wing huge punches. He's just trying to hit the target, and that's what's been more effective here in this fight.
Vitor, what do you think of this?
I think that's what we're expecting. The heavyweight, the hands, the heavy boys. So right now, I see that Buckley is more connected with his punching. So in Cunningham is just a little too much. He's got to take his time. Wow, it's been a war. It's been great fights.
Oh.
Cunningham able to compromise the balance of Buckley with a kick there. Goodness, there's another right hand and a left and a another right, and another right.
How is Cunningham staying standing right now? Buckley doing everything he can to knock him out, but it's just not working. Unreal.
Pre-fight odds, you saw Cunningham the favorite. He's Ian Parker's pick. Cunningham able to muscle himself into the correct position here.
I'm seeing, you know, a guy in Buckley who is very composed. Seems like he's sticking to the script, his game plan for this fight, whereas Cunningham's getting a little emotional and a little wild out there. And we're seeing him gas a little bit out there.
But he somehow survives all of that damage from round number 1, and he will see the second as back to the corners they go.
What a round.
Now the question for me, Kenny Florian, is when you've landed that many heavy power punches, any of which might be finishers in this division, you land them and they don't do enough, do you keep throwing them the same way?
Oh my God, you know, you start to question yourself, what do I need to do to hurt this guy? And, you know, Buckley, though, I think he's a very determined individual. He believes in the process. Here's Cunningham, gets out of that position, goes into that high crotch, gets that lift, almost threw Buckley right on his head. They had some great exchanges there from that clinch position. And Buckley's so low to the ground, it just didn't allow him to get thrown that second and third times. But how about this? I mean, look at these combinations. He's landing right on the chin, right on the temple, and Cunningham refuses to go down.
Just tucking his chin and wearing them as Lawrence signifies the start of round number 2. Heavyweights in the cage. Daiqwon Buckley in the black trunks, Jon Cunningham in the gray.
And you see Cunningham throwing himself off balance. He's losing his base on those kicks. He's a little wild there. And I love his willingness to look for that knockout. You can see he's fighting with so much heart. But he's throwing himself off balance, and he's allowing Buckley to land a lot of these counter shots. He's got to be very careful there.
Buckley moves in behind the big punch and goes straight into mount. It looked like maybe Cunningham was trying to initiate a throw, wasn't able to do so. He's got a mouthful of belly here with Daiqwon Buckley securing his position before getting to work from the mount.
Yeah, he's got a solid mount position right now, and you know, for Buckley, I think he's going to try to cook Cunningham a little bit here, get him tired, just chip away, and then once he notices that Cunningham's getting really tired, then start to unload with this ground and pound. Oh,
Americana attempt.
Yep, he's looking for that shoulder lock, unable to get it.
Lolo Jones, you told us that you had high expectations for the heavyweights. Are they meeting them so far?
Wow, you can't, honestly, it's so intense, and these punches, I can feel it through the screen. It's just coming right at you. Cunningham is taking a lot of pressure, and I'm just curious to see if Buckley can hold on, because he's expending so much energy, and he's just putting the hurting on.
The left hand goes to work after a flurry with the right hand from Daiqwon Buckley, and Cunningham still has to endure this ride for 3.5 more minutes. Referee warns. That's it. I couldn't tell if it was a stoppage or punches to the back of the head. The referee calls this one. Daiqwon Buckley pounds out Jon Cunningham.
Yeah, I mean, Buckley was throwing some heavy shots there. Once he felt secure in that mount position, he started to unload. And again, Cunningham going belly down to the canvas, unable to defend himself. Buckley knew it and just kept on with that pressure. Here are those shots, hammer fist to the side. Great work there by Buckley.
We'll make it official next.
Well, there was a lot that happened in both of those rounds. Just a crazy first round, though, back and forth. Excellent combination work there from Daiqwon Buckley. Landed some great shots from the inside. But it was in the second round where Cunningham went for a takedown. He was completely off balance, didn't have base to complete the takedown. Buckley got on top. Buckley got to the mount position, and Buckley landed some nasty ground and pound getting the finish. And from that mount position, it forced Cunningham to go belly down. He didn't want to take more damage to the face, but this just made things worse, where he was vulnerable to a rear naked choke or to more ground and pound. What a performance there from Daiqwon Buckley. More shots there to the side of the head, hammer fists and hooks. Tremendous pressure there from Buckley from that back mount position. There's his corner. UFC veteran Phil Hawes. He's excited. And Sean has the official announcement.
Referee calls a stop to this bout at 146 of round number 2, declaring your winner by TKO, Daiqwon Buckley. Daiqwon Buckley, winner here in his PFL MMA debut. Let's talk about the first round. You were landing a lot of heavy shots, but it couldn't put him away. Did you know the finish was coming in the second?
Honestly, yes. You know, we've been working on it all the past whole camp, and yeah, I knew it was gonna come. You know, but hats off to Jon, great opponent. He came in game today. You know, he hit me with some good shots too. The wrestling very strong, but yeah, I knew after the first round he'd slow down a little bit, and I get the finish.
We know you made a lot of sacrifices to focus on your career and get to this point. Do they feel like they're worth it at this moment?
150%, you know. What I got to say, too, any kids out there, man, follow your dreams, you know. Whether it's family that doesn't, you know, agree with it or any friends or anybody, just follow your dreams and make it happen because I'm a living product of it.
All right, let's send it over to Julie Stewart-Binks and see what our celebrity panel thought of your performance.
Sean, there were some lofty expectations to start the night, and our first fight certainly lived up to it. Randy, what impressed you most about Daiqwon's performance?
You know, Daiqwon stayed right in the pocket. He threw nice straight ones and twos, and coming from a 265-pound guy with power, that's going to hurt somebody. I'm surprised Jon Cunningham got through that first round, honestly.
Lolo, the big boys brought it early. What's your biggest takeaway?
Man, that was so impressive by Daiqwon, all class in his interview. But what was really intense was the fact that he was just throwing it down. He came out with the heat in round 1, and he just did not let up. I was very impressed, and good on him for changing, career change, right move.
And Vitor, I mean, what do you like about Daiqwon's performance?
Buckley, what I like about your performance is your calmness. Your calmness because you train with the best. And when you train with the best and you put your mind into it and you go chase your dream, I'm telling you, you get a bright future. Congratulations for you and your team and keep pushing hard, man. You have a great future.
Lots of excitement to start off the night, Sean.
Winner by second round TKO, Daiqwon Buckley, putting the pressure on the rest of our competitors tonight.